In a tranquil Midwestern town, there lived a talented ceramic artist named Myra. Her handcrafted pottery was celebrated across the community for its exquisite beauty and flawless craftsmanship. Yet recently, Myra found herself increasingly consumed by anxiety over her creations. Despite constant praise, she became fixated on the potential outcome of her next project. Each time she approached her wheel, her mind was flooded with the pressure to produce an impeccable vessel. She would obsess over the silhouette, the finish, and the glaze, becoming entirely absorbed by the envisioned result. However, the more she pursued flawlessness, the more errors occurred. Her fingers would falter, the clay would become unsteady, and exasperation would take over. She started chastising herself for falling short of her own mental ideal. One dusk, feeling dejected, Myra sat alone by the creek. As a gentle wind stirred the aspens, an elder woman named Grace, renowned as the town's master textile artist, approached. Noting Myra's distress, Grace settled beside her. "What weighs on you, my dear?" Grace inquired softly. Myra confessed. "I desire perfection in my pottery, but my fixation on the final product only leads to failure. I'm questioning my entire skill." Grace offered a warm, knowing smile. "Allow me to share a lesson from my youth," she began. "I once wove with the sole objective of creating faultless tapestries. Every strand demanded perfect alignment, every pattern exact precision. Yet, inevitably, a slight imperfection always appeared." "What did you do?" Myra asked, intrigued. "Ceased concentrating on the conclusion," Grace clarified. "I redirected my attention to the weaving process itself. I learned to savor the texture of the yarns, the rhythmic motion of my hands, the unfolding of each moment. In doing so, the tapestries seemed to create themselves. Their beauty emerged not from a pursuit of perfection, but from a profound affection for the craft itself." Myra listened, feeling her burdens lighten. "You're suggesting I prioritize the process over the outcome?" "Precisely," Grace affirmed. "An excessive focus on results steals the inherent joy of creation. Relinquish the demand for perfection. Trust that every piece you shape is an expression of your present moment. Cherish the process, and the results will follow authentically." The following morning, Myra returned to her studio with a renewed mindset. She released her preoccupation with how each pot would finalize. Instead, she allowed her hands to guide the clay instinctively, reveling in its cool, pliable texture and its responsive transformation. To her amazement, her craftsmanship flourished. The vessels grew more graceful, and the passion she had misplaced was rekindled. Myra understood that genuine expertise wasn't an obsession with the final product. It was about mindfulness, embracing the artistic journey, and permitting the creative act to evolve free from the weight of expectations. In doing so, her work became more magnificent than she had ever conceived. Discover your creative flow. A lesson for every American maker, this story resonates with artisans, entrepreneurs, and creators across the USA. The relentless pursuit of a perfect result can paralyze progress and stifle joy. The true path to exceptional work lies in presence, patience, and passion for the daily practice. Key takeaways for your craft. Process over product. Sustainable excellence is built through consistent, mindful practice, not a fixation on a single outcome. Joy drives quality. When you love the act of creating, that positive energy translates into superior work. Release to receive. Letting go of rigid expectations often leads to breakthroughs and more authentic, beautiful results. Embrace your creative journey. Are you, like Myra, hindered by the pressure for a perfect outcome? Shift your focus. Invest in the process, trust your hands, and allow your unique craft to unfold. The masterpiece is found not just in the finished work, but in the mindful moments of making it. P.S. For more insights on mastering your craft and living a purposeful creative life, subscribe to our community newsletter below. Your next breakthrough awaits.